In this video, I am so geeked and excited to share my most powerful and favorite brand building tool, brand archetypes. My name is Kaye Putnam. I'm the psychology-driven brand strategist, and I help entrepreneurs change the world with what they know. I help you discover your innate brand advantage so you can grow and scale your business. No matter what your form of entertainment is, whether that's reading comic books, historical literature, biographies, watching movies, or just, reality TV or living your own life, there are common characters that show up across all genres, all times, and all different types of media. These timeless characters are universally recognized. The reason this happens is because humans have very universal values. What one person wants out of their life isn't so different from what another person wants. And there's different personality types that show up over and over again. So when you pay attention to these patterns, you can align your brand with a universally recognized character or theme or category, and it helps people understand what you stand for on a deep, emotional, even subconscious level. The other reason they're so powerful is because people want to relate with people. And when we're choosing a brand, it's like we're literally assimilating it into our identity and we're relating with it on this almost human level. Our brains naturally humanize things even that aren't human. So things like animals or like brands, when we're telling this narrative, this story, we connect with people on that level and they love us for it. The word archetype is made up of two word forms in Greek. So arche, which means beginning, and typos, probably not pronouncing that correctly, but that means imprint, right? And that's exactly what you want a strong brand to do. You want to create this strong first impression or this strong understanding of what your brand stands for. This concept goes way back. Philosopher Plato was playing around with these ideas in his work around forms. Then psychologist Carl Jung expanded this work and talked specifically about archetypes as part of our personality and part of our psyche. And more recently, Carol S. Pearson wrote a few very important books about archetypes, including The Hero and The Outlaw, which describes each of the 12 archetypes that I'm going to explain to you now. So the sage archetype is all about universal truth. It's very analytical and wise. You can think about Yoda or any other wise teacher. It's very focused on facts and truth. This is the expert, the thinker, the teacher, and the goal of the sage archetype is to share knowledge. The royal archetype is sophisticated, ambitious, and influential. Their goal is to build a prosperous community and to hold very high standards, to live as an example for the people who look up to them. People aspire to be a part of their inner circle. The magician archetype is the visionary, sometimes the inventor, or even a spiritual guide who helps us transform our inner and outer worlds using seemingly magical techniques and strategies. The magician teaches us about how we're connected to a universal source and inner power. The lover archetype is passionate and devoted, very focused on pleasure and also with relationships. The term follow your heart was made for the lover archetype. There's also a focus on beauty and aesthetics. Again, like the pleasure of the eye, the pleasure of experience, that all speaks to the lover archetype. The innocent archetype is optimistic and pure. It believes in a nirvana or a heaven that we can all live in. They always look on the bright side. They're very optimistic and they bring out the best in all of us. They help us declutter and not to overcomplicate our world or to rely on artificial things, to go back to what is natural, true, and good. The hero archetype is the warrior or the victor. They're the ones that motivate us to do the really hard things, to stay disciplined, to overcome our challenges, and to achieve what we didn't even think was possible. The hero inspires us to do better. The explorer archetype is the trailblazer, the adventurer, and the ever curious. They might be literally discovering the world, or maybe just figuratively exploring different ideas, different products, or different techniques. They help us shed the shackles of convention or our responsibilities to discover who we really are and what we want to do in this world. They value freedom and fulfillment. The girl or guy next door, sometimes called the everyman or the orphan, is friendly, humble, and loyal. They are all about community over competition. No judgment, always accepting of others, and they build communities to help each other succeed. The entertainer is all about having fun. They are humorous, lighthearted, and the life of a party. They're excited to help others enjoy life. Boredom is the enemy. Let's live in the moment, not think too much about the future or what's ailing us, and just enjoy ourselves. The creator is inventive, unique, and vibrant, all by their own design. They inspire us to be fully expressed, to own our unique vision, and to be an individual. The Maverick is bold, revolutionary, and unapologetic. They disrupt the status quo. They break down what isn't working to make room for the way that the world should change. Their ideas might be unpopular, they might be brash, but we love them for helping us evolve to the next place that we need to go. The caregiver is empathetic, generous, and committed. They focus on other people's needs. They're soft and warm. And when you're working with a caregiver, you feel like your dreams are being supported. Now, you might recognize yourself in a few of these archetypes or in many of them. If you need help narrowing them down, I invite you to take the brand archetype quiz on my site. It's a great way to get started to hone in on the brand archetypes that best represent your brand and will attract the ideal clients you want to work with to you. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you click subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and then comment below, which archetype are you? Which one do you resonate with the most? Thanks so much for spending time with me in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.